What if I told you that 90 days from now you could be unrecognizable in the best possible way? What if I told you that in just 3 months, your energy, your mindset, your body, your habits, your discipline, and your confidence could be so transformed that even your closest friends would look at you and ask, "What happened to you?" And you'd smile, not because it was some miracle, but because you decided, you committed, you did what most people are too afraid to do. You gave yourself 90 days of total focus, not for them, not for applause, but because you finally realized that your life will never change until you do. Most people waste 90 days scrolling, doubting, hesitating, waiting for motivation, making excuses. But not you, not anymore. You're going to take the next 90 days and rebuild everything from the ground up. And it starts with a simple, powerful truth. Nothing changes until you do. So what should you do in the next 90 days? First, own your mornings. Stop waking up reacting to life. Stop starting your day with chaos, noise, distraction. The way you begin your morning sets the tone for everything. You want a powerful life? Build a powerful morning. Get up early. Beat the sun. Get uncomfortable before the world even wakes up. Train your body, train your mind, train your focus. Journal. Meditate. Visualize. Speak your goals out loud. Write them down. Walk into each day like it's yours, because it is. You're not just preparing for the day, you're declaring who you are. You can't be disciplined if the first thing you do every morning is grab your phone and check who liked your post. That's not momentum. That's madness. Take that power back. Take the first hour of every morning and make it sacred. Make it non-negotiable. Make it a routine so sharp, so strong, that you walk into the rest of your day already 10 steps ahead. Second, protect your environment. For the next 90 days, you are cutting out every distraction, every person, every habit that drains your energy or keeps you stuck. If it doesn't feed your future, it doesn't get your focus. Period. Because here's what nobody tells you. Success is less about adding more and more about subtracting the things that don't serve you. You can't grow while holding on to what's breaking you. You can't evolve while keeping company with people who doubt your greatness. So clean your digital space, curate your social media, distance yourself from energy vampires. Protect your peace like it's gold, because it is. And that includes your thoughts. For 90 days, your self-talk becomes your secret weapon. No more "I can't," "I'm tired," what's the point? You replace every limiting belief with empowering truth. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your excuses. You are your potential. You are your daily habits. You are what you do when no one's watching. Third, move with urgency. Don't treat the next 90 days like they're disposable. Treat them like they're sacred, like every second matters. Because they do. You've wasted enough time. You've given away enough days to fear, doubt, laziness, and procrastination. No more. For the next 90 days, you act like your life depends on it, because in many ways, it does. You show up early. You stay late. You do the extra reps. You read the extra pages. You have the hard conversations. You make the uncomfortable choices, because that's how change is made, not in comfort, but in confrontation. And every day you keep your word to yourself, your self-respect grows, your confidence grows, your results multiply, because confidence is not found, it's earned. It's built brick by brick, promise by promise, rep by rep. Now here's the truth. The next 90 days won't be easy. You'll be tempted to quit. Your mind will whisper, "It's not working. This is too hard. You can't do this." But that voice is a liar. It's the echo of your old self, the version of you that settles, that hides, that waits. You don't owe that version anything. You owe everything to the man or woman you're becoming. And every time you push through the resistance, you're sending a message to that voice. I'm not that person anymore. This is your moment. This is your window. This is your 90-day war. And when it's over, you'll walk out of it with something more valuable than success. You'll have a new identity. You'll have proof that you can trust yourself. That when you said, "I'm all in," you meant it. That when life tested you, you passed. That when the old you tried to pull you back, you didn't flinch. You moved forward every day, no matter what. Now imagine standing at the edge of day 90, looking back, seeing the weight you dropped, the habits you built, the relationships you released, the clarity you gained, the peace you earned, the progress you made, and the confidence that came from keeping every single promise to yourself. That's not a dream, that's a decision, and you get to make it right now. No more waiting, no more watching, no more hoping life magically shifts. You are the shift. You are the answer. You are the one you've been waiting for. So rise early, guard your mind, move with urgency, give the next 90 days everything you've got. And when you feel like quitting, remember who you said you'd become. Now go prove yourself right. 90 days. That's all it takes to wake up the sleeping giant inside of you. That version of you that's been waiting behind years of distraction, buried beneath layers of hesitation, hiding under the weight of your own doubt. And if you're still listening, if you've made it this far, then you know this isn't just a motivational speech. This is a contract, a blood oath between the man you are today and the warrior you're about to become. Because in the next 90 days, if you do what most won't, you'll live how most never will. Understand this, most people won't make it through day 3. Most people crumble when the initial hype fades, when the soreness kicks in, when the likes disappear, when it's just them versus the mirror, because they were chasing a mood, not building a mindset. But not you. You're here to rewire everything. You're not chasing hype. You're chasing alignment. You're waking up every morning and asking, what would the highest version of me do today? And then you do it, relentlessly. The first 10 days will break your patterns. You'll feel uncomfortable. You'll want to fall back into the old you, the snooze button you, the maybe later you, the version who plans but never executes. But that voice, that's just muscle memory. That's just the ghost of who you used to be. Every time you override it, you're teaching your brain who's really in charge now. By day 20, you're not just showing up, you're locked in. You're not negotiating with your feelings anymore. You don't need motivation because you've built momentum. The gym is no longer an obligation, it's a sanctuary. The journal is no longer a task, it's a weapon. Your diet isn't punishment, it's fuel. Your calendar isn't chaos, it's purpose in motion. You are no longer a man reacting to life, you are a man creating it. Then comes day 30. The whispers start. You've done enough. Take a break. You've earned some comfort. But you know better. You've tasted progress. And now mediocrity feels poisonous. Comfort feels like betrayal. Because now you've seen what's possible. Now you've become addicted to evolution. So you dig deeper. You remember the days when you said you were stuck, when you blamed the world, when you thought your circumstances were stronger than your decisions. But now you see it clearly. Your past was never the problem. Your excuses were. And now for the first time you feel it. Real power. Not the kind that shouts, but the kind that builds in silence. The kind that doesn't need applause. The kind that makes you walk into every room with calm intensity, because you know you've earned the right to be there. By day 45, people will start noticing. They'll say you seem different, more focused, more alive. They won't understand what changed because they didn't see the battles you fought at 5 a.m., the sacrifices you made while they scrolled and slept and waited for signs. But you'll know. You'll feel it in your stride, in your posture, in the way you speak and carry yourself. And it won't be pride. It will be peace. The peace that comes from knowing that you kept your word to yourself. But this is where it gets harder. Day 50 hits and you'll feel the grind. Life will test you. Setbacks will come. Plans will get disrupted. Old demons will knock on the door. You'll be tempted to say it's just one day off. But that's the trap. Because one day becomes two. Two becomes a week. And just like that, the old you slips back in, quiet and familiar. Don't let it. This is where greatness is forged. Not in the clean, perfect days, but in the chaos. In the moments when everything screams, quit, and you whisper back, try me. This is where lions are born, not in the arena, but in the shadows. And you're not just walking through this fire, you're becoming it. Now, imagine reaching day 60. The results are showing, not just in the mirror, but in your eyes, your energy, your decisions. You're thinking clearer. You're speaking with more purpose. Your circle is tighter. Your goals are sharper. Your standards, ruthless. Because you no longer tolerate what you used to entertain. You're not just managing life. You're leading it. And you know what's wild? You'll look around and realize that most people are still stuck in the same place you were just 2 months ago, waiting for permission, hoping for motivation, blaming time. But you'll know the truth. That time was never the problem. Discipline was, and you fixed it. You stared into the void of your own procrastination and pulled yourself out with your bare hands. By day 75, it's not just about finishing anymore. It's about who you've become. The man who no longer breaks promises to himself. The man who keeps showing up, rain or shine, tired or energized, inspired or not. Because now, it's not about hype. It's about identity. You've become the kind of man who does what needs to be done. No questions, no shortcuts, no compromise. And then comes day 90, the final stretch. You'll stand there and realize something profound. It was never about these 90 days. It was about proving to yourself that you had the power all along, that you didn't need to be rescued, that you didn't need the perfect conditions, that you didn't need external applause. You just needed a reason, and once you gave yourself that reason, nothing could stop you. But here's the most important part. What happens after day 90? That's when the world really tests you. Will you slide back into comfort, or will you keep building? Because by now, this is no longer a challenge. It's your new baseline. You don't stop. You don't slow down. You level up again and again. So here's what I want you to do. If this message moved you, don't just nod. Don't just share it. Don't just feel inspired for a few minutes. Commit right now. Draw the line in the sand. Circle a date 90 days from today and decide, this is it. This is where I end the version of me that was comfortable, lazy, inconsistent, distracted. This is where I bury the excuses and resurrect the discipline. This is where I build a life that makes me proud to wake up every morning. Write it on your mirror. Set the alarm. Tell your people. Build the plan. And when the pain comes, and it will, you remind yourself, this is the price I pay to be free. So rise, move, build, sacrifice, sweat, grind, transform. And when you reach that 90th day, don't be surprised when your life looks different, because by then you'll be different. And if you've made it this far, if you're still here, still reading, still locked in, then you already know deep down, you're not like most people. Most people would have quit halfway through. Most people would have saved the message for later, scrolled on, let life distract them one more time. But not you. You stayed. You leaned in. Because something inside you is waking up. Something ancient. Something powerful. Something that remembers who you were always meant to be. This isn't just about a 90-day sprint. This is about remembering your name, your power, your truth. This is about confronting all the years where you played small, dimmed your light, let fear make your decisions, let comfort write your story. No more. These next 90 days and every day after, they're about you stepping into the fire and forging a life worth living. Because this isn't practice. This is it. This is your one shot. And your future self, he's watching, waiting, hoping you'll make the hard decisions now so he doesn't have to live in regret later. So what do the next 3,000 words look like? They look like war. They look like silence at 4:30 in the morning when you're tying your shoes, when your body says sleep and your spirit says go. They look like discipline in the moments no one will ever see, when you say no to junk, no to excuses, no to drama, no to the old patterns that stole your momentum last time. These words, this path, this challenge, it's about becoming unshakable. Because real change doesn't happen in the yes moments. It happens in the no moments. When you say no to the snooze, no to the second guess, no to the temptation to do what's easy instead of what's necessary, no to the voice that says, you've done enough. No, you haven't. You've only scratched the surface. Let's talk about the voice, the one in your head. You know the one that says you'll fail again, that it's too late, that you're too tired, too broken, too busy. That voice, it's a liar. It was built from pain and fear and years of compromise. That voice is not your truth. It's your test. It's the dragon at the gate of your destiny. And the only way through is to face it, fight it, and finish it. Every single day. Because here's the secret. The person you want to become isn't found. He's built. Every workout, every early morning, every page you read, every moment you push through when your mind begs for comfort, those are the bricks. That's the blueprint. That's how you become someone who no longer needs motivation, because you've built identity. You no longer try to be disciplined. You are disciplined. You no longer wish for strength. You embody strength. And strength, real strength, It isn't loud, it isn't flashy, it's quiet, it's steady. It's in the man who gets up before the sun, does the work without a camera, holds the line when life tries to pull him backwards. It's in the man who can say, I did what I said I'd do, even when no one else was watching, especially when no one else was watching. Because the man who can conquer himself, his laziness, his doubt, his weakness, is a man no one can control. He's a man the world cannot break. And that man, that's who you're becoming, slowly, daily, brutally, beautifully. And I get it, some days will feel like hell. You'll want to quit. You'll want to scream. You'll want to ask why it has to be so hard. But remember this, the pain is not punishment. It's the price. You want transformation? It costs. And the currency is effort, consistency, and sacrifice. It's every hour you choose growth over comfort. Every day you choose purpose over pleasure. Every night you lay your head down knowing you gave it everything. Not because someone told you to, but because you decided it was time. And you know what happens after 90 days? Something shifts in your DNA. You don't even recognize the man in the mirror anymore. But not because you look different. It's because your eyes are different. Your posture, your presence. You walk differently. You breathe differently. Because you're not carrying the weight of regret anymore. You're carrying proof that you're dangerous when focused, that you're unstoppable when you believe in yourself, that you are your own rescue mission. And the people around you, some will cheer, some will hate, some will disappear. Let them. Your transformation isn't about them, it's about you. It's about reclaiming your story, rewriting your narrative, becoming the author of your own life. And the truth is, not everyone is meant to come with you. Some were only there for the version of you who doubted himself. Let them go. Love them, bless them, release them, but do not slow down for anyone who's still committed to staying stuck. Because you've got places to go, mountains to climb, a future to build, and you can't build that future looking over your shoulder. You build it one decision at a time, one rep at a time, one uncomfortable choice at a time. So now I ask you, when the world looks at you 90 days from now, what will they see? More importantly, when you look at you, will you recognize the man who finally kept his word, the one who didn't fold this time, the one who made a decision and followed it with relentless action? Because that man, he's not in a book. He's not on a podcast. He's not in some video or course. He's already inside you, waiting, watching, hoping you'll finally rise up and take the crown you've been sitting next to for years. And the beautiful part? You don't need to wait, not for permission, not for approval, not for clarity. All you need is decision. You decide that this is your time. You decide that every second matters. You decide that from this moment on, you're all in. And when you do that, when you burn the boats, when you destroy the backup plan, life meets you halfway. Not with ease, but with opportunity, with growth, with strength. So stop saying one day. Start saying day one. Draw the line, make the vow, build the plan, get ruthless, get focused. And don't stop until the man in the mirror is no longer asking if he can trust you, but thanking you because you finally gave him someone to be proud of. You wanted a transformation? Here it is, not a wish, not a fantasy, a blueprint, 90 days, one shot, zero excuses. Are you ready to continue, or are you ready to begin?